So it's like when you start to walk a spiritual path and become aware of your multidimensional uh, being, like you're existing in multiple dimensions simultaneously, you start to realize these dimensions are full of life too, and you're not alone. And it's been that way the whole time. And so having interface with different beings is just part of the enlightening process. There's no way around it. And so it's really not about the beings, it's about the process of us tapping into the higher force and living through the heart and realizing that everything's one and everything's love and integrity is everything, and walking this path, and the tests come, man, they come from every angle, because this thing still is a school. There still is an organic school that's in line with universal law happening here, but there's also like this fallen aspect here trying to distort things.
What kind of tests are you speaking of?
So the universe is going to, or I should say the dark side is going to, they can see right through you, they can read you, they can read all your wounds, all your traumas, all your past experiences, and they're going to play on it, and they're going to put those thoughts in your head so you want to spiral out down this path, and they're going to try to mess with you till you take your power back. Like they're going to look for any kink in the armor to get in. And so like some of the things that Arcturians taught me years and years ago is that, like, you have to control your thought process and control your emotions, and that's really hard, especially when life happens and relationships and all this stuff. And so um for instance, like, the dark ones are opportunists. So say you go through a breakup and your heart is just broken and you're in a really low vibration. Well, that's when they're going to hit you. They're going to hit you when you're at your lowest. And so this whole thing is about realizing that I control what emotion I run. I control my thought process, not anything external, not the dark, not the light, none of it. I'm in control, and I'm connected to the higher force right here. I'm mastering myself. I'm mastering my emotions. I'm mastering my thought process. My what I think, what I feel, what I choose, and what I speak and what I do. It's all congruent. There's no confliction in me. And that this is the great work. And so many people are crossed up. They think something but do something else, and they're just all over the place, scattered. So it's like, when I've realized that my biggest uh, weapon, my biggest protection is alignment. Like, yes, a lot of these beings are very protective, and it helps to have friends in high places, but ultimately it's, if you walk a path of alignment, your protection comes naturally.
In the beginning, I mentioned that you are a Kambo practitioner. What does that mean?
Okay, so when I was going through all these initiations, it took like a physical toll on me. I started to get physically sick dealing with, these black orbs and all these weird ships showing up and all this crazy stuff going on, which I'll get into a few more experiences of this later. But basically, once I passed all these initiations, I had to physically heal myself, and I found Kambo, which is it's a venom from a frog in the Amazon, and it's not psychoactive, and it is legal, and so it helps people who have diseases like cancer and autoimmune diseases, um, and it also clears you out spiritually. Like it'll clear, what the natives say, panema, like a dark cloud following you, bad energy, bad spirits. It clears that out from you. And so basically, to apply it, you get a little stick and light it on fire and blow it out and cherry it, and you'll touch the skin in a couple spots and wipe the top layer off, and then you apply the medicine onto these points. And you've drinking like a half gallon of water prior to this, so your stomach's full of water, and this energy starts ripping through you and ripping through you, and you just breathe and you remember your intention, you remember your prayer, and it intelligently moves through your body and like cleans all your organs out, and it'll dump all these toxins into your stomach. And then you purge, and you throw up, you purge it out, and it drops down and gives you a chance to to breathe and drink more water, and it builds and builds and builds, and you purge again, and then it'll do that again, and then maybe one more time, this last purge, that's when you get out all this color, all this bile comes out. And I've seen people who are dealing with, like alcoholism and some really nasty stuff, like black stuff come out of them. The color changes depending on what's going on in a person's body. And so once you get all that out and you feel complete, you wipe the medicine off, and it very quickly goes away, and you come back to baseline. And afterwards you literally can see clear and you feel reborn, and it gets you so clean, like just naturally physically, that you can go out of body and have full on interface and experiences. Like I've had activations and amazing stuff happen with Kambo, and it's not psychoactive. It just clears all the chatter out of your head and clears everything out. And so, and it's a very powerful medicine. um but it's no walk in the park. You show up to do the work and to purge, and so it rewards you greatly for that.